Gather your knockers, ladies, because Mr. Motorboat is in the house. Kung Fu Hot Dog.
No, this episode's like boosting the points for the show for me for a lot.
It's time. Come, my loves.
Okay, Cersei.
This is the most Game of Thrones feeling episode they've done.
Game of Thrones Season 8 is the biggest, stinkiest wet fart fans of anything have ever been forced to swallow. Everything about the season was just a literal shit on an incredible series built upon good writing, world building, character development. It took all of those elements and they wiped their ass with it.
Star Wars the Laxolite, because if you feel like taking one of those before you go to the toilet, maybe you should take one while tomorrow's episode is streaming on Disney+. But this show has gone from bad to worse. Kathleen Kennedy and her female co-hosts, you know, the one who actually say the Force is female because that's what we like to proclaim. Oh my God, let's drive the male fans away. And trust me, KK, you're doing a great job of that at the moment because you think Star Wars is a girl brand, and it's not. It's mainly a manly brand, but of course, women are more than welcome to come in, and as long as they're not trying to teach us men about not being misogynistic towards them, because when has a Star Wars male fan ever done that to a female? Well, who knows? If you know of anybody, let me know in the comments below. But before I get on to today's main topic, which is not a long one by the way, and that's what she said.
In all this confusion.
What's that?
Flashing through the sky, he's a go-go guy. Stronger than a train with a so-so brain. He's fearless, a little too careless.
You want to check this one out. So over the weekend, Wesley Snipes, actor and tax evader extraordinaire, joined Twitter X. And the first thing that I saw was this glorious post where Mr. Snipes says, Blade, lordy, lordy, lordy. Folks still looking for the secret source. Snowmobiles in traffic, kinda rough. Daywalkers make it look easy, don't they? Of course, what he's obviously having a pop and a dig at is the MCU's attempt to bring a brand new Blade movie into the mainstream again with Mahershala Ali, who, by the way, did force Kevin Feige to consider him for the role, because that was the time when Mr. Ali won an Oscar for Moonlight, I believe, or it might have been that film where he was with Viggo Mortensen. So that was a pretty good film, actually. It had green in the title. I forgot what it's called. Green Tomatoes? Oh, I can't remember. But I'll flash the title up here for you. So I like this. And it's a very cool gif from the first Blade, I believe it is. I mean, everybody loves that movie. I've talked about it ad nauseum on my channel, and you know, the fact that Marvel wanted to give us a brand new Blade movie with his daughter headlining the film. That's right, Blade's daughter will be the actual star, not Blade himself. I mean, what's the effing point to that?
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
And that's the issue Mahershala Ali had as well. Like, he has gotten people to rewrite this script or a new screenplay so many times. And apparently now there's a new Jurassic World film in the making, and he's gone off to do that, leaving Marvel to sort their mess out. So if he doesn't walk back on the project, and I'm assuming there might be a clause in his contract which allows him time to do that. He might have to pay like a finder's fee or something like that, because again, the project isn't getting off the ground. And more power to him, I say, if he wants to play the kind of Blade that he was inspired by in 1998. But time will only tell, folks, and I don't think it's going to get any better. But this new story popped up yesterday, and I couldn't quite believe it. So let me just go back to this particular tab here, which is for the YouTube channel Looper. Now, I've watched these guys on and off over the years. Is it riveting content? No, of course it isn't. But they've got a big fan base of 5.71 million subscribers. But in this day and age, folks, of getting a big fan base out there, maybe some of those aren't real, if you get my drift. But Gary from Nerdrotic, well, he published a tweet yesterday that set everything on fire, which concerned Looper. Why did you delete the post sharing that yours truly and Critical Drinker? And by the way, Critical Drinker, when are you going to invite me on one of your live streams? Huh? And I've met both of these gentlemen. They're actually fantastic guys in real life. They're not heroes, because never meet your heroes. They are just ordinary dudes like you and me, except for you, Dylan Mulvaney. So let me just actually get to the point of this video. It's pretty hilarious. I actually went on Looper's channel to try and find a video, but they've since delisted or removed it completely. I think they were just doing it to get traction to their ailing website, their ailing YouTube channel. That's what I believe it was for. 31 seconds long, folks. You got to hear this, because when I heard this, I just thought this can't be real.
Some audience members have issues with the show's diversity and LGBTQ+
Of course.
and those should be dismissed. However, viewers should genuinely examine the legitimate criticisms the Acolyte has received. Cultural critics like the Critical Drinker and Nerdrotic have dubbed the show lore-breaking for its recent revelations, but their commentary isn't productive. Rather, it encourages bigotry and hatred over a show that's just getting started. As always, rage bait and review bombings distract from actual criticism. In particular, Episode 3 has proven to be controversial, and perhaps rightfully so.
Looper, it's review bumming, not bombing. Can we get that straight, please? I mean, again, I've just used the word straight, and he's mentioned in his quick snippet here about the LGBT quotient in the Acolyte. Now, there is no place for that in a Star Wars franchise, which was birthed in 1977. The same Star Wars franchise where Martin Scorsese, Francis Ford Coppola, Steven Spielberg, and George Lucas were best chums. They would watch each other's movies in their respective homes. And when it came to Star Wars, Spielberg, Coppola, I was going to say Coppola, and he was Copacabana, and Mr. Scorsese all scratched their heads when they saw George Lucas's Star Wars at his ranch and thought, what the hell is this? What is the Force? And again, understatement, because look what that film did to define blockbusters after Spielberg's mouth-watering Jaws in 1975. So I find it rich that people like Looper are now embracing this narrative that, hey, you know, your favorite franchise can have LGBT nonsense in there, but why do you have to attack it? And again, Gary from Nerdrotic, he's got over 1.1 million subscribers. Critical Drinker, Will Jordan, as you know him, he's got 2 million plus subscribers at the moment. And that's what's butt-hurting Looper at the moment, because they can't get that traction. They don't hold those same views that you and I do, which is the view of common sense, right? So again, while they're sat there going, well, you know what, their content is trashy. And again, if you watch Nerdrotic's videos, I mean, it's some of the best produced stuff I've ever seen for many, many years. It's laughably so funny and just hits the nail on the head. But the problem with people like Looper is that they lack creativity. All they just do is go into a room, into a booth, record their dialogue, give it to someone to edit, and out the door they walk. It's just cheap cannon fodder for the sake of being cheap. There's just no imagination, no love, and no thought that's given to the final product. So, yep, they got so butthurt they had to remove the video from their channel. I think that's absolutely hilarious and a big win for critics like me and Gary and Will and everybody else in our sphere. And I think it's a good victory lap for us. Why not? And people who keep saying, well, you're so homophobic, Jason, you're so this and you're so that. Well, I can get away and say most things because, look, you know, I can play the race card if I want to. Not that I would ever do that, because I think that is an absolute waste of time. And just to even quote the great Mr. Morgan Freeman, Black History Month, American Black History is history. You don't dedicate a month to it. Just like Pride Month. Who the fuck wants that? Unfortunately, it's forced down our throats like a Frankfurter, Knockwurst, if you know what I mean. And on that one, ladies and gentlemen, and all hail common sense, leave a like below, smash that subscribe button, and if I were you, and if you were me, you should come back for the next video.
What's up? Now what's up? Watch Kung Fu Hot Dog. Yes! He eats them the long way.